Hello, and welcome back to the Marco Island week-long and AFU journal of my experience with the Dr. Joe-Dispenza meditations with his work. So this was the third retreat I attended, third and fourth. And as always, I keep a journal of the meditations, not of the teachings. I don't share the teachings on this channel, just my crazy experiences. And since I explained the whole concept behind it, where it's for family and friends, I will go straight into it rather than bore you with it. And we are on day 4, walking meditation number 6, 21st of September 23, despite it's, where am I? March 2024 here in Thailand. Walking meditation didn't start till 7 a.m. So I met at 5:45 with my friends from London and my roommate, and we did a breath work from the Inspire collection, followed by the Courageous Heart. Such a great way to start the heart already. The beach at Marco Island is just ridiculously gorgeous, with its fine white sand. I felt called to listen to the track The Power of Now Is Here, while soaking in the view of over 1,700 people on the beach. There was a flock of birds lined up on the beach staring at us at the beginning. They were staring from the water, and it was just hilarious. We were standing looking at the water, and they were standing looking at us. Walking Meditation 6 had us start with tuning into the void. Then we went straight into tuning into the first center, then the fourth, and then we sync the first with the fourth center. So your root chakra with the heart. Then we opened to 6, and then we added and felt 1, 4, and 6 together, followed by the 8th center. 1, 4, 6, and 8 all together. Holy moly, the power felt into all 4 centers. I started trembling and falling over myself like a baby deer. Something kept pulling me back, so found myself walking back about 10-15 meters with my eyes closed. When I opened my eyes, I was in full trance, eyes flickering, seeing stars in my 6th center, and feeling light and high. I walked half with the eyes open and half with the eyes closed. Walking in a trance, I felt more expansive and in my full power, walking with strength. But then Dr. Joe said to tune back into 1, 4, 6, and 8. And I'd feel my legs shake and feeling like I was about to fall just by the surge of energy. I felt so grand and in my full power. I just loved it. We then stopped again, closed our eyes, and tuned into the 8th center, into the 6th, and into the 4th and 1st. Seeing light shoot from up to down and out from all sides. I was all light once again. Walking in a trance again, I felt the sun through me, in me, and all around me. The legs falling and the joy exploding. I had 1 or 2 experiences similar to Bufo, where it's all light within light, and all you think the whole world stopped. The last time we stopped, or were instructed to stop from Dr. Joe, I felt so in love with my heart and my body. My body was floating, dancing through light, and enjoying the greatness of my heart, getting stronger and stronger. The arms and the body were moving in greatness. The sun is giving me hits of frequency. I have similar experience as if in Bufo, explosions after explosions. I think I'm not even here. Eventually was instructed to lay down and do the breath, getting me tingling and full of love. I was caressing the sand with each part of my body. I loved every inch of me and every inch of the sand. I was so in love with it all, so full of love. When I opened my eyes, laid down a bit, staring at the sky, seeing all the particles, every shimmering particle dancing right in front of me. Eventually sat up staring at the sun and suddenly saw the word love on my leg. Oh, I remember this. I was just like sitting on the beach like I am right now, and I could see the word on my thigh that said love. And I was like, oh, this is a sign, this is a sign. How did I get love on my leg? But the truth came out. The sun was reflecting my necklace on my leg, reminding me that I am love on every inch of my skin, in every single cell. That was quite a funny experience. All right. And then we had day 4 meditation at 1 p.m. Sync to New Potential. I chose to continue tuning into the potential of abundance to not get obsessed with healing myself. I was so tired from this morning meditations that I just went along. I don't even know what happened in this 2.5 hours meditation. We tuned into our hearts. I love my heart so much. It's so big and ready to love everyone and everything. We tuned into it for a bit and I got to enjoy it. 4 breaths, nice and intense. The beauty of energy following up, so good. Started seeing beams of fluid coming out of the pineal gland, circles of light exploding up there, giving the arousal to the whole body. We went beyond space and time, creating by the field. I loved the void. I loved everything around me. What I did well was super present, didn't allow distractions to creep in, and was super playful. I remembered my intentions clearly and my heart, keeping asking how I can feel more, and it would amplify. After the void, Dr. Joe had us tune into the potentials. Mine was to make a bunch of money, so abundant. I put the thought out from the brain and then with the heart pulled it back to me. We then tuned into the second possibility, which is the feeling. I want to attract the feeling of freedom to travel, to continue my personal growth and help others heal my family, and start with bringing them to Dr. Joe week-longs. In this possibility, it was so easy and quick, as the idea of helping my family and others just lit me up with gratitude, feeling like I was already in that state of receiving. When going into source, into void, I felt so in love with it that I forgot I was in a room in Marco Island. When going into the heart to call in the events, I was seeing geometric circles expanding and sweeping all the possibility in the void easily. Morning!
Morning.
Recording. I am. I hope I don't distract you. No, it's okay. It's okay. I thought I'd come early enough, but I see you're also early birds. Not at all. I can always cut and paste. It's nice to see friendly faces. The last one was to call in the opportunity that is right for... Wait, where was I? When I was going into source, into the void, I felt so in love with it that I forgot I was in a room in Marco Island. When going into the heart to call in the event, I was seeing geometric circles expanding and sweeping all the possibilities in the void. Easy. The last one was to call in the opportunity that is right for me, where I just let go. Playful and awake made it beautiful. Sorry, I thought I saw a crab. Oh, I also overcame the body. Towards the beginning, I was getting pain in the body, and the old self wanted to leave. Instead, I stayed till the very end. So overcome to become. That's always great. When we lay down, we first did this strong audible breath that kept dinging and lighting up the pineal gland. We then tuned into 1, 4, 6, and 8. Initially in a calm way, then the shakes and the weird feelings of leaving my body entertained me, tingling all over the legs, creeping up. It was a soft, gentle return to the 3D world that left me feeling full of joy, ready for the rest of the day. And that was the second meditation of the day. Meditation 3 at 6:45 p.m. We did the kaleidoscope. By the way, I like to show off the journal because it's so cool. I get so excited for this one as I get into a trance very easily. We were seated all the way in the back. The music started and we closed our eyes to tune into the sixth center, the pineal gland. I did those crazy 300 consecutive days of pineal gland last year, as calling it in is almost like turning on a switch on and off. So I've shared about that as well. I did 300 consecutive days of pineal gland meditation, Dr. Joe's. After a bit of time tuning into the pineal gland, which I was so falling in love with, he had us open our eyes and watch the kaleidoscope going in and out. I quickly went into a trance as the lightness in my head from the pineal gland focus had already kicked in. If my mouth was drooling, I would not be surprised. A burning heat around my ears and head got me sweaty again, feeling the drips behind my ears onto my neck and the back. The energy moving through me had me slip off my chair. Oh, I'm sorry I laughed. I just remember when things happened. I slipped off my chair and fell on my bum. I was trying to avoid making too much noise and movement, but the resisting had me fall. We then closed our eyes again to remember the image in the kaleidoscope, which was a light inside of the head. Drooling on myself in a state of bliss, but my body still tensed up often as it gets scared of all that energy and what I'm about to do. So I get really tense because I'm afraid I might start shouting, I might start falling, I might start shaking. So I hold this tension when I start to, and I know I'm meant to surrender, but in those moments it's really hard to remember. We then opened our eyes again to watch the kaleidoscope, and it ended with another image that was even more powerful. Energy from the 1 to the 4th and the 6th, and 6 into 4 and into 1. I loved it. When we closed our eyes to feel it, my eyes moved all the images onto the ceiling. Oh yeah, when I get into a trance and my eyes just see the image that's in front of me on all sides, on top and beyond, it just multiplies into, I guess that's what's meant to be. Anywho, I fell asleep and I didn't write the rest of the meditation. I left a blank page to go back to and I didn't. So I don't remember, and you'll never know either what's happened at the end of the kaleidoscope meditation. But the falling off my chair, I certainly remember. I fell off and I was thinking, should I stay on the floor or should I sit back up? And I can't remember. I think I sat back up because I had to look at the kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, I can't say it. But yeah, that was another fun, eventful moment where I just slipped off and hit the ground. See you for the next one. Ciao, ciao.